Om Shanti. Today's Murli. Essence. Sweet children, imbibe the jewels of knowledge and continue to open spiritual hospitals and universities. Spiritual hospitals and universities through which everyone can receive health and wealth. Question. Which of the Father's tasks can no human being perform? Answer. No human being can perform the task of giving souls injections of knowledge and making them free from disease for all the time. How could those who believe souls to be immune to the effect of action give an injection of knowledge? This task is only of one imperishable surgeon, Shiv Baba. He gave such medicine of knowledge and yoga that both souls and bodies become healthy and wealthy for half a cycle, for 2100 years. Song. This time is passing by. Om Shanti. Who said that only a short time remains? Only a short time remains. A lot of time has gone by, and of the short period only a little time now remains. You are now sitting in this old world. Here there is nothing but sorrow. There is no name or trace of happiness. There is happiness in the land of happiness. There is happiness in the land of happiness. Swarg. The Iron Age is called the land of sorrow and the Golden Age called the land of happiness. Baba now says, now that I have come to take you to the land of happiness, why are you still waiting for? Why are your hearts attached to the land of sorrow? Why are your hearts attached to the people of land of sorrow and to your old bodies? I have come to take you to the land of happiness. Sannyasis say that the happiness of this world is like the droppings of a crow, and that is why they renounce it. Now you children have had visions of the land of happiness. In starting, Dadis have the visions of land of happiness. This study is for the land of happiness, and there is no difficulty in this. You simply have to remember the Father. By having this remembrance, you will become free from disease only by remembering Shiv Baba. The lifespan of your bodies will be long like the kalp tree. The duration of this human world tree is 500 years. In that there is happiness for half the cycle and sorrow for half the cycle. You have seen sorrow for half the cycle. The Father says, if you want to go to the pure world, you have to become pure. If we want to go in the pure world, we have to become pure. Srimad says, stop exchanging this poison. Stop exchanging this poison. Imbibe knowledge and yoga. Imbibe knowledge and yoga. The more jewels of knowledge you imbibe, the freer you will become, free from disease. The Father has explained that this is a spiritual hospital and also a university. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, comes and opens a spiritual hospital and university. There are many hospitals in the world, but nowhere is there a combined hospital come university like this. Here it is wonder that you have a hospital and a university, that is, you receive health and wealth together. So why do you not become alert and take these treasures? Why you are saying today, tomorrow destruction will come suddenly? Thus Father gives you the most elevated directions you can explain to the government. The unlimited Father opens such a hospital and university at this time that everyone receives both health and wealth. The government also opens hospital and universities. Explain to them that nothing can be achieved by opening physical hospitals. They have existed for half the cycle and there have continued to be patients too. This is a spiritual hospital and university which Prajapita Brahma Kumari's universities. Here human beings can become ever healthy and wealthy for how much time? For 21 births. So explain to the education and health ministers. The Unlimited Father has opened both a combined hospital and university. We are advising you to open the same so that people can benefit. However, those illnesses have continued from the time the kingdom of Ravana became. Previously they had herbal medicines. Now they have many allopathic medicines. That one is the imperishable surgeon who gives you imperishable medicine. This is why it is said, when the Satguru gives the ointment of knowledge, the darkness is dispelled. Only the spiritual father gives soul's injections of knowledge. There cannot be anyone else who gives the injections to soul. If a injection to soul is given only by Shiv Baba, they say that souls are immune to the effect of action. So you can explain that there can be expenditure of hundreds of thousands of rupees in these hospitals and universities. Here it is a question of expense. Here it is not a question of expense. You just need 3 square feet of land so that you can explain to anyone who comes. Remember the Father and you will become ever healthy, and by knowing the cycle, you will become a ruler of the globe. Those who are wealthy will open big hospitals and universities, whereas the poor will open smaller one. The government opens so many of those. Nowadays they even put up tents to teach children. They have 2 or 3 sessions in a day because there isn't enough space. They don't have any money. There is no question of expense here. You can take whatever place you find. You don't need to keep any equipment. It is very simple matter. Men as well as women open them. The Father says, you too can open them and look after them. Those who do something will receive the return of that. Who do something will receive the return of that. Many will be benefited. The Unlimited Father gives you Srimad for you to become elevated. There are many who listens to this, but they don't do it because it is not in their fortune. You receive health and wealth from the Father. Baba has come to give you the kingdom of paradise. You will receive palaces studded with which? What? Diamonds and jewels. We will receive palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. There was the kingdom of Lakshmi Narayan in Bharat. The Father must definitely have given them the inheritance. Now in the Iron Age, there is nothing but sorrow. I have to establish the Golden Age. When people open hospitals, etc., they have them inaugurated. The Father says, I inaugurate heaven. You now have to become worthy of heaven by following Srimad. By following Srimad, we are becoming worthy of heaven. You become worthy cycle after cycle. This is not anything new. It has been seen that many poor people come here. Baba says, I am the Lord of the poor. Wealthy people have a lot of money and so they think that they are sitting in heaven. Wealthy people think that this is the heaven because they have very much wealth. Bharat is poor, and within that too, the Father afflicts those who are very poor. Wealthy ones are still sleeping. Still sleeping. Intoxication of wealth. Baba is teaching you so much knowledge and yoga. It is Baba who also gives each of you a third eye, with which you know the whole cycle. Third eye, knowledge eye. All the rest are in extreme darkness. No one knows the beginning, the middle or the end of drama. They have forgotten the purifier Father. They say of Shiva, the Supreme Soul, that he is in the pebbles and stones. You know that it is now the time of settlement for everyone. Everything will burn and be destroyed, and I will take everyone back with me to sweet home. I have come as the guide. You are the Pandava army. Those people take you on physical pilgrimages. For example, Amarnath pilgrimages. You have been going on them for birth after birth. This is the spiritual pilgrimage, but This is our pilgrimage of spiritual pilgrimage. You don't have to walk and move around here. You don't have to move. But you have to remember Shiv Baba. Father says, simply remember me. For this spiritual pilgrimage, what we have to do? We have to sit in remembrance of Shiv Baba. Stay awake at night and remember me. Connect your intellect in yoga to me. Become conqueror of sleep and you will continue to come closer. Those Brahmins are physical creations, whereas you Brahmins are mouth-born creations of Brahma. We are mouth-born creations, but the Brahmins in this world are physical creations. You are now in the spiritual pilgrimage. You have to stay pure. Those Brahmins priests are impure. Those Brahmins जो physical creations, they are impure themselves and so they cannot purify others. You have to stay pure. Only pure Brahmins stay in this sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. Those Brahmins live in temples and because they are called Brahmins, they can touch the idols of the deities and they can also bath them, but they are in fact impure. All other people who go to temples are not allowed to touch the idols, and because they are not Brahmins, the Brahmins are given a lot of respect, but they too are impure and indulge in vices. There may be some who remain celibate. The father comes and explains that true Brahmins are those who uplift 21 generations. If a Kumari uplifts others, she would also uplift her parents. This mother and father teach you so that you can become the masters of heaven for 21 generations. You children know that the father is incognito. Shiv Baba tells us all the secrets through Brahma. This Dada used to have a business, etc. Now at the end of the last of his many births, Shiv Baba has come and entered him and gives us knowledge through him. He is the chariot and Shiv Baba is the charioteer. The incorporeal Supreme Soul explains that this chariot has been impure for many births. This chariot means Brahma Baba has been impure for many births. First of all, he becomes pure. He is the closest. He doesn't say that he is God. He says, this is the end of the last of my many births. 84 births. I am now in my stage of retirement and am impure. Brahma Baba says, I am also impure. Baba has entered this one. The father now says, you do not know your own births. I tell you about them. Because the soul forgets about the last birth. It enters your intellect that only the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the purifier. He is the Father, the teacher and the Guru. He explains to you the secrets of the beginning, the middle and the end of the world. Whole drama. You know that Baba will take you back with him. With where? To the Paramdham. By taking advice from that father, teacher and guru, you will claim a high status. He explains to you so well. Some imbibe this, follow Srimat and claim a high status. Those who don't accept Srimat don't claim a high status. Who follow Srimat can claim a high status, but who don't follow Srimat can't claim a high status. Baba says, remember the land of peace and the land of happiness. Land of peace, Paramdham. The land of happiness, Sukh Dham, means Swarg, heaven. And continue to forget this land of sorrow. Consider yourselves to be the bodiless souls. We are now going back home. Baba has come to take us back. Everyone has to repeat their part. Every soul is an imperishable actor. Annihilation doesn't even ever take place in the world. This is the land of sorrow. You will then go to the land of peace and the land of happiness. Let your intellect continue to spin this discus of self-realization and stay pure, and your boats will go across. You are conquering death. There you won't have untimely death. Just as a snake sheds its old skin and takes a new one, in the same way you will also shed your skins, bodies and take new ones. Such a stage has to be created here. I am now going to leave this body and go to my sweet home. Death cannot come to me. In fact, sannyasis cannot give the example of a snake. The example of buzzing moths also belongs to the family path. They say that they can grant liberation in life in a second, just as Janak received it. They are just copying you. A couple is required for liberation in life. How can sannyasis grant liberation in life? The father says, now return home, remember me, and your sins will be absolved. Only by remembering Shiv Baba we can absolve our sins and go to Paramdham, liberation in life. We can get liberation in life only by remembering Shiv Baba. Otherwise, there will be a lot of punishment and your status will be destroyed. If you remember anyone at the end, there will be, of course, be rebirth. This is health through yoga and wealth through knowledge. This is called liberation in life in a second. So, what need is there to waste so much money or to wander around? This is why you have to explain to the health and education ministers. Open this hospital and universities. You will benefit a great deal. Those who do something will receive the return of it. It is duty of the wealth to uplift other wealthy ones. Only the poor claim the inheritance. It is said of all millionaires, some people's wealth will remain buried underground. At this end, when the fire takes hold, everything will be destroyed. So why should you not do something before destruction takes place, so that you too receive a status? Everyone has to die. There has to be the end of drama. Baba explains to you so well. Rivers continue to flow everywhere, but this Brahma is the Brahmaputra river. Mama is Saraswati, and all the rest are the Ganges of knowledge. How can the Ganges of water purify anyone? That is not the real meeting. This is the true meeting where human souls meet God. This is why it is said that souls remain separated from the Supreme Soul for a long time. The meeting of human souls with God is now taking place. God has also taken a human body on loan. Whose human body? Brahma Baba. How else would he teach you? Therefore, he is called the God Shiva. He enters this one and gives knowledge. Saraswati is called the goddess of knowledge. Brahma must have knowledge. Who gives him knowledge? The ocean of knowledge, Shiv Baba. You also have that knowledge, number wise, according to the efforts you make. So imbibe this knowledge and follow Srimat. Everything depends on purity. It is because of that innocent ones are assaulted. Draupadi called out. She was saved from being stripped for 21 births. It says in the Gita, I also uplift the holy man. However, those holy men don't relate this. You know that the whole world is full of liberty at this time. This is why everything is going to be destroyed. Those who are to claim the inheritance will do so. Many children say to Baba, it would be so good if I came from a poor family. The wealthy men don't allow us to come out. Baba, it would be so good if we were still Kumaris. Mothers have to come down the ladder. Baba says, claim your inheritance. It doesn't take long for people to die. There are many calamities, etc. Simply consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, your father. Your 84 births have ended and you now have to return home. Or do you still want to stumble around here? Manmana bhav, madhya jeev bhav. Forget Ravana's inheritance. Ravan curses you. The father says, if you become my children, you will claim the inheritance. If you don't follow Srimat, how could you claim the inheritance? If we are not the child of Shiv Baba, how can we claim inheritance? Continue to open this spiritual hospital. Land just remains vacant. If someone rents it to you, there can be a lot of benefit too. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to spiritual children. We spiritual children say namaste to spiritual father, Bap Dada, with love. Good morning and thank you, Baba. Essence for Dharna. In order to come close to the Father, stay on the spiritual pilgrimage. Stay awake at night and definitely keep your intellect on the pilgrimage. Consider yourself only a soul. Become a true Brahmin and uplift 21 generations. Become a spinner of the discus of self-realization. In order to conquer death, remove all your attachment from that old skin. Blessing. May you make your attitude, vision, words and actions royal with spirituality and become equal to Father Brahma. Father Brahma. Follow Father Brahma in the royalty. You saw in this his words, activity, face and behavior. Father Brahma never let his intellect spend time on trivial matters. He never spoke ordinary words. Every word was yukti and there was never any grossness. But they were full of avyakt feelings and good wishes. His every word was full of feelings and good wishes. His attitude towards all souls was always full of good wishes and pure feelings. He constantly saw everyone as an angel. He constantly gave everyone happiness with his actions. He received happiness. Follow him in the same way and you will be said to be equal to the Father Brahma. Slogan. The sign of elevated fortune is to swing in the swings of love. Swing in the swings of love instead of working hard. Experience the stage of being merged in love. This is the message from Madhuban. Experience the stage of being merged in love. When someone is in love with another, from their face, their eyes and their words, you can feel that one is in love. One is in love. In this world, we can feel that person is in love, that he is enamored. In the same way, when the Father's love is immersed in you, your words will make others melt with love. When Father's love immersed in you, your words will make others melt with love. So, today we will being merged in love with Shiv Baba. Thank you.